Namaste, myself Jivanshi Saxena, Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostic, and my discipline is Medical Laboratory Technology from Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. So, welcome in digital version 2.0. So, let's start. My today topic is Hippurate hydrolysis test. So, firstly, Hippurate hydrolysis test definition. So, Hippurate hydrolysis test is a biochemical test that differentiates microorganisms on the basis of their ability to hydrolyze Hippurate into glycine and benzoic acid by the enzymatic action of Hypurate. Traditionally, the test was performed using a ferric chloride indicator that detects benzoic acid, which would take a longer period of time. Nowadays, however, the test has been modified and is used as a rapid test by the detection of glycine by the addition of ninhydrin as an indicator. The test discussions group B streptococci from groups A, C, F, and G that cannot hydrolyze sodium hypochlorite. However, some group D and very few Reagents streptococci might also hydrolyze sodium hypochlorite. The test utilized and the ability of an organism to hydrolyze sodium hypochlorite. It is one of the few tests that aid in the differentiation of bovine beta hemolytic group. Group B Streptococci from human beta hemolytic group B Streptococcus species. So, objective of Hyprate hydrolysis test to detect the production of the hypricase enzyme that hydrolyzes the substrate Hyprate. The differentiate bacteria on the basis of their ability to hydrolyze Hyprate. So, firstly, microorganism tests. So, presumed Listeria monocytogenes, tiny gram-positive rods that are catalase positive, motile, and 20 at 25 degrees Celsius and beta hemolytic, and presumptive streptococci eligible type. So gram-positive cocci that are catalase negative displaying a translucent colony with a characteristic narrow zone of beta hemolysis. Presumptive Campylobacter jejuni curved gram-negative rods that are oxidase and catalase positive and do not grow aerobically at 35 degrees Celsius. Presumptive yeah, Gardnerella vaginalis catalase negative tiny gram variable rods. Principle of Hippurate hydrolysis test. The Hippurate test is based on the ability of the organism to hydrolyze sodium hypurate to benzoic acid and glycine by the action of the enzyme hypricase. It is primarily used in the identification of Campylobacter jejuni, Listeria monocytogenes, Gardnerella vaginalis and Streptococcus alexandriae. The ability of bacterial species of hydrolyzed Hyprate was classically tested using a ferric chloride indicator to detect benzoic acid. However, a 2 hours rapid method as opposed to the 48 hours traditional method for the detection of Hyprate hydrolysis has since been developed. The rapid test involved Menhaden as the indicator which reacts with any protein or amino acid, and in this case detect glycine. Glycine is demitted by the oxidizing action of ninhydrin, which causes the reduction of ninhydrin, resulting in a purple color complex. The test medium used must only have Hyprate as a protein source since ninhydrin react with any free amino acid present. The rapid Hippurate hydrolysis test, with which detects the benzoic acid byproducts, has been shown to be as sensitive and as specific as the classical method. Hippurate is equal to glycine plus benzoic acid. So glycine plus Menhaden is equal to purple color complex. Media, reagent, and supplies used. Reagents cause use. So media, reagent, and supplies used. So firstly, reagents used. First, the Hippurate solution. Hippurate reagent can be found either commercially in the form of dehydrated tubes or as disc or tablets. It can be, however, prepared in a laboratory as a 1% Hippurate solution. For laboratory preparation, 1 gram of sodium Hippurate is added to 100 ml of digital water. Okay, and second, hydrogen. So hydrogen reagent can also be found commercially, but it can also be prepared in the laboratory if necessary chemicals are available. For laboratory preparation of hydrogen reagent, 50 ml of acetone and 50 ml of 1-butanol are added to a dark glass bottle. To the water, 3.5 gram of ninhydrin is added and mixed well. So supplies used: first, style wooden stick or inoculating loop, incubator at 35 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius, test tube, digital water. Okay, so procedure of Hippurate hydrolysis test. Preparation of Hippurate solution in the case of commercially dehydrated Hippurate, 0.5 ml, that means 3 or 4 drop of distilled water at a pH of 6.8 to 7.2 is added to the test reagent. Okay, so next, procedure of Hippurate hydrolysis test. Firstly, a preparation of Hippurate solution. In the case of commercially dehydrated Hippurate, 0.2 ml, that means 3 or 4 drops of distilled water at a pH of 6.8 to 7.2 is added to the test reagent, and 2 drop distilled water are added to an empty tube for disc or tablet test. For laboratory prepared Hippurate solution, 0.4 ml of the reagent is added to a tube per test. And second, hydrolysis test. In the test, heavy suspension is prepared from an 18 to 24 hours culture. The colony should be picked up carefully as not to pick up agar, which contain protein, and the tube is then incubated for 2 hours at 35 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. After the 2 hours incubation period, 2 drops of the ninhydrin solution are added to the Hippurate reagents organism mixture. An additional 2 drops are to be added if the test has 0.4 ml or more of the Hippurate. The tubes are then re-inoculated at 35 to 37 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. The observation of the tubes is made at 10 minutes intervals for the appearance of deep blue color. The color change will usually appear within 10 to 15 minutes after the hydrogen indicator solution has been added. So, A positive Hippurate hydrolysis reaction is indicated by the appearance of a deep blue color about the color of crystal violet within 30 minutes, and a negative reaction of indicated by the appearance of a faint purple color or no color change. Okay, and control organism Streptococcus elizabethae Hippurate positive, Streptococcus pyogenes Hippurate negative, and report results. Listeria monocytogenes organisms are tiny, gram-positive rods that are catalase positive, motile at 25 degrees Celsius, beta hemolytic, cam positive, and Hyprate positive. Streptococci elizabethae organisms are catalase negative, gram positive cocci that are identified by having a characteristic narrow zone of beta hemolysis and are Hyprate positive. Seasonal organisms are curved gram-positive rods that are identified by having a positive oxidase and catalase reaction, having no growth aerobically at 35 degrees Celsius, and being Hyprate positive. And G. vaginalis organisms are catalase negative gram variable rods that are hemolytic on human body agar and are Hyprate positive. And use of Hippurate hydrolysis test. The Hippurate hydrolysis test is used to differentiate between the species of the genus Streptococcus as group B. Streptococci can be thus be differentiated from group A, C, F, and D and G, members of which cannot hydrolysis sodium hippurate. And the test is also conducted to detect the production of the hypricase enzyme that hydrolyzes the substrate Hyprate. Hyprate hydrolysis by bacteria is also used in the presumptive identification of Gardnerella vaginalis and Campylobacter jejuni and Listeria monocytogenesis. Limitations of Hyperated hydrolysis test. Not all streptococci alligaceti organisms are beta hemolytic, and some variants group streptococci can be Hyprate positive. Thus, another test must be done on non-hemolytic colonies to confirm the identification. A small number of enterococci are beta hemolytic and may hydrolyze Hyprate, but they are pyridinal beta naphthylamide, that means PY, are positive. A small percentage of C. genuine organisms are Hyprate negative and must be identified by other methods. A negative test does not rule out the identification of G. vaginalis, since the biotype that cause bacterial vaginosis can be Hyprate negative. False positive results can occur if intubation with Menhaden exceed 30 minutes. The Hyprate reagent deteriorates in about 7 days. When kept at 4 degrees Celsius, the inoculation of low inoculum might result in false negative result. The test should not be taken as a confirmatory test, and other immunological molecule or mass spectrometry testing but be performed to identify an organism activity. So this session is completed, and any query in mention comments box, and thank you so much. Namaste.